What's going on, y'all? Sean, with Back to Basics Fitness with Sean, doing the Transform Your Physical Health live stream where I answer your health and fitness questions, and I talk about health and fitness in the news or just kind of general stuff going on these days that has to do with health and fitness. And so I'm going to be brief. I actually have some of my breakfast here. Sorry about that, but it's some chicken sausage and some oven um, roasted, if you will, hash browns. And so that's what I got going on here. So I will eat that and not be on here too long. But if you have any health and fitness questions, make sure you put them in the chat here. But what I want to talk about today is this. So, it's the top of the year. And as we know, a lot of us are in the midst of fasts. A lot of these fasts are associated with church assemblies that we belong to. A lot of people are doing what we tend to refer to as a Daniel fast. Like I said, it's not necessarily a fast, it's the way that they ate, but we kind of treat it like a fast, no meat, no bread, no sweets, or some modification of that. Some may be doing like a fast, like a complete fast. Um, but yeah, so so here soon I'm about to embark on a fast where I drink only water, and it'll be for 2 days, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. I'm not. And the crazy thing about it is that, and I think I mentioned this in a recent video. This happens to be every time. I actually do shorter water fasts pretty frequently, almost weekly, and I never look forward to them. As a matter of fact, I try to. It's like I tend to. I always find myself like maybe 2 or 3 days in advance, kind of rationalizing myself out of it or trying to. Every now and then, it has worked, but I'll be like, you know what? I'm not able to fast this time because of X, Y, Z, or whatever, And then, but then typically, eventually, I'd be like, Sean, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it because I'm never gonna really want to do it. Um, but like I said, I'm approaching one here now. Matter of fact, later on today, I embark on a 2-day water only fast. Um, yeah, I kind of want to talk about like the preparation for that. So one thing is, again, I always go through that period of rationalization where I'm kind of contemplating, should I fast? Should I not fast? I don't really want to fast. There's this in the way of me fasting. Well, you know, I'm gonna eat this. I want to eat this meal with my family. So maybe I won't. I'll wait until after we eat that meal, then I'll fast. That's actually been a real thing for me, a real excuse that I've used, and it pulled me out of a fast, or something like I don't know, just anything. But I usually go through a period of rationalization. But then I basically had to I had to come to that decision point where it's like, I'm fasting. Period. I am. Sean, there's nothing you can do about it. You're fasting, you're doing it. So then there's a period of mourning. Because once I've decided I'm going to do the thing, then then since I know I'm going to fast now because I actually made the decision in my mind, then I actually am kind of a little sad. I just accepted the fact, and I'm not really saying much even internally about it. It's just this is what I'm going to do. Now, number three would ideally be that I actually prepare myself by kind of tapering down what I'm eating. Maybe the amount, but also like the kinds of food. Because the truth is, if as you're approaching the fast, it is a good idea for you to kind of go cleaner as you ease into the fast. Because if you don't, then you are gonna have some level of withdrawal, especially depending on like the general content of your diet. If you eat a lot of junk food, if you drink a whole lot of caffeine, if you eat a whole lot of sugar, then you coming off of that, you're gonna feel a lot more withdrawal symptoms than somebody would if they had just kind of gone to eating vegetables and whatnot, vegetables only. And so I'll admit, because I drink coffee, I drink like one thing of coffee a day in the morning time. And so typically what I do is I taper that down. I actually even taper it into my fast, but get this, when I have coffee during my fast, it's black. It's black, nasty. I don't if you drink black coffee, salute. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'll do it as I'm tapering down into a fast, but the reason why is because I'm trying to like get ease into a fast without getting headachy, because that can really throw off your focus during the fast. But I do black, unsweetened coffee a little bit into the fast, and by the time I'm drinking that, it's easy to kind of get off of coffee because it's so bitter and kind of nasty without anything in it. And so it's not typically a problem for me to ease off of it as I kind of enter into the fast. Then once you get into a fast, it just is what it is. You know, if you're not careful, you'll find yourself focusing on eating a lot. Foods that you want to eat after you fast and whatnot. And that has been my struggle. Um, but fasting, even though I don't like it, fasting is really it's powerful. You've heard me talk often if you follow me on this channel about how powerful fasting is for helping you to overcome cravings. It just does. It kind of resets you. It resets your taste buds. When you come back, you taste flavors better. You don't need a whole lot of condiments and stuff like that. You don't even really want to have a lot of junk food. It's like you just kind of feel like I'm clean and I don't want all this stuff in my body. And so yeah, they're fasts are very powerful for overcoming cravings. And that's why I believe fasting is a key part of even like a weight loss thing. Not so you will lose weight as a direct byproduct of a fast because you're not eating anything. And that can be pretty motivating and whatnot, but I don't necessarily encourage fasting for that. I think under certain circumstances that could be cool, but it's more so the fact that fasting resets your all the craving issues. That's what helps it to be long term. You still have to kind of ease back into eating and whatnot. And given that you eat cleanly, then you can definitely sustain a lot of that fat loss. But anyway, fasting is so powerful. It's one of those things where it's worth the discomfort. Now, of course, if you're somebody who hasn't been fasting a lot, you know, um, in recent days, weeks, months, years, or whatever, you definitely need to check with somebody, especially if you have a health issue, diagnosed health issue. But but yeah, as I ease into this fast, I'm just like I said, I'm not really looking forward to it, but in a sense I am. And I just want to encourage you. Again, it just so happens that the way this world works, a lot of the best things in life, so to speak, are things that are kind of uncomfortable to go after. Um, but they're worth it. So like whenever we see those things that promise us, well, you lose weight and you can eat whatever you want and you don't have to do a lot of exercise or whatever. Whenever you see those things, typically I think it's a yellow, if not red flag, because it's not going to take you back in down the path in the way that we're naturally kind of made to go. In my opinion, it's going to take you. It's going to give you like some sort of shortcut, but based on what I've learned, there's always a catch. It's always a catch. Fasting is one of those things that I have found to be quite uncomfortable. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, but it's still uncomfortable. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It helps to reset you as a person. It helps you to not have to strive so much when it comes to eating well and exercising. You tend to actually want to eat better after you fast. So if you're fasting, let me know what you're doing right now because I know there's a lot of people out there fasting this time of year. Let me know how you're fasting. Um, and just like your overall thoughts about fasting and whatnot. I'm gonna let y'all go so I can eat my food. Hope y'all have a great day. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.